Let's talk about QList. What is it? Well, it's a templated container class, and that's also why we need to cover it, because it's a template. You can put anything into it. It's a container, so you put other things into it. It's a class. All right, let's dive in and take a look here. So I'm going to reuse our QString from a previous video, and I'm going to say QList. Notice how we have to do a type name. Oh, okay, so we need to, you guessed it, define a data type because this is a template. So I'm going to put a QString in here, call this list, and we want to take that QString and let's go ahead and split that. Now, remember from the previous video, QString list is really inheriting QList, so we can actually use these virtually interchangeably. This is pretty powerful. You may be wondering what's the difference between a QString list and a QList of strings. Well, a QString list has a bit more string functionality, where a QList is just a templated container. All right, so now that we've got that, let's go ahead and say we want to do something like, let's go for each QString word, and we want to know that in our list. Ta-da! It's very, very simple. Let's go ahead and save run. And it, of course, split it off, and we've got all that data in there. It's very simple, very easy to use. Now, let's go ahead and show something a little bit different. So I'm going to say QList, and let's go ahead and say we want to put ints in there. If I can actually spell the word int. There we go. Apparently, I'm challenged today. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the constructor, and I'm going to use some brackets, and just show how we can very quickly, very, very easily build this up. There we go. It is literally that simple. You can also, if you wanted to, append. So I'm going to go ahead and append. Let's say I need a good number, 99. Notice it's a string. So if I try to append that, let's see what's going to happen here. No matching function call, because this is a template. It knows the data type we're supposed to be working with. So it really saves us before we even attempt to compile here, which makes it just great. And we can also say age.remove. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing. You see, there's a bunch of removes. So we can remove basically at a position. We can remove all occurrences of something. We can remove at a specific position, remove the first occurrence, the last occurrence, or only one. Wow, that's nuts. So let's go ahead and remove. And let's try removing. Now, this is where the confusing bit comes in. We saw all those removes. What does this one really do? So I'm going to highlight this and press F1. Removes n elements from the list starting at the position. Oh, so here's our n, automatically 1. So this is the position. So let's say I want to get rid of 56, which is at the first position. Now we've got some basic manipulation. That's one thing I just absolutely love about the built-in help system there. So I'm just going to QInfo this out. And let's go ahead and say age. Now let's see what that looks like. Save run. And sure enough, it's gone. So now we've got our 44, 21, 13, and 99. And it is wrapped in a nice, neat little QList that's super, super simple to work with. Now, a lot of this class and the classes that we're showing in this section go way beyond beginner's land, and we really cover these in depth in our intermediate advanced course. So if it seems like we're really just scratching the surface, you're absolutely right. And it's because Qt just gets so complex. You can do just about anything you want to do with it, so you got to be a little bit careful here. Now, that being said, I don't want to dissuade you from diving into the help system and checking things out on your own. If there's something that we're not doing in these videos and you need to know how to do it, your first stop should be, you guessed it, to highlight the class in question and press F1 and dive right into the help system.